Is there anything in this room before we go? Looks like one more of those logs.
Test subject has been recovered, but the damage is far worse than we initially feared. In addition to the expected burns and internal injuries from the explosion, subject has suffered significant cellular breakdown due to long-term exposure to vacuum and sub-zero temperatures. Despite the extent of the physical trauma, Wilson assures me subject is salvageable. The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
Okay, so this must have been the first log from when I got here. Interesting. Hey, is this the door for the shuttle that you wanted me to go through? Anybody? Yes? No?
Come on, through here. We're almost at the... Miranda, but you were...
Dead?
What the hell are you doing?
My job. Wilson betrayed us all.
Yeah, he definitely sounded like he was lying with that whole oversharing business and overacting on the gunshot wound.
I had a feeling Wilson was just looking for a chance to shoot me in the back.
Good instincts. Some people are far too trusting to ever see that coming. Come on, let's grab this shuttle and get out of here. My boss wants to speak to you.
You mean the Elusive Man? I know you work for Cerberus.
Ah, Jacob. I should have known your conscience would get the better of you.
Lying to the commander isn't the way to get her to join our cause.
Well, since we're getting everything out in the open, is there anything else you want to ask before we go, Commander?
I've got a lot of things that I want to ask. Some of them probably not appropriate for this moment. But before we hop on that shuttle, tell me about the Lazarus Project and don't lie to me.
You're the Lazarus Project's director, aren't you?
That's right. I put 2 years of my life into this project. Into you.
Why? Why was it so important to put me back together?
What does Cerberus want from me?
Maybe you should ask the Elusive Man when you meet him. He poured virtually unlimited resources into Lazarus. Obviously, he has some kind of plan for you.
Yeah, but I don't know if I want any part of that plan. So we're gonna be potentially at an impasse there. Where were you during the attack and when this all happened?
Convenient that you show up as we're leaving. Where were you during the attack?
Besides trying to save your life?
Yeah, besides
Wilson
that.
figured out I was helping you and he sent an army of mechs to take me out. I got here as soon as I could. Probably a little too soon if you ask Wilson.
Yeah, well, can't really ask him anymore now, can we? What about the other survivors? Are there any?
What about the rest of the people on the station?
This is the evac area. If they're not here now, they're not coming.
Fantastic. But some might have survived. Isn't it worth it to do a quick sweep or no?
We can't leave without knowing for sure. We need to go back and look.
Don't you get it? The only one worth saving is you. Everyone else is expendable.
She's right. We all knew the risks when we signed up. Without you, there's no point to any of this.
Fine. Quick question before we hop on that shuttle. Where are we going?
Where are we going?
Another Cerberus facility. The Elusive Man is waiting for you there.
And what happens if I don't come along? What happens if I say no and take the shuttle somewhere else?
I'm not sure I trust you.
This is the only shuttle off the station. You want to stay and rot with the mechs? Be my guest.
All right. You know what? Let's go talk to this Elusive Man. I've got a lot of questions for him.
I've had enough of this station to last a lifetime.
Or 2, in your case.
Very funny.
Come on. Before you meet with the Elusive Man,
Yeah?
we need to ask a few questions to evaluate your condition.
All
Come
right.
on, Miranda. More tests? Shepard took down those mechs without any trouble. That has to be good enough.
It's been 2 years since the attack. The Elusive Man needs to know that Shepard's personality and memories are intact. Ask the questions.
Has it really been 2 years, though? I... Still trying to wrap my head around that.
Did you say 2 years? I've been gone that long?
2 years and 12 days. And you were on an operating table for most of it.
The sooner we start, the sooner we can be done. Start with personal history.
Okay. Records show you were a colony kid. Lost your parents when slavers hit Mindwar.
Yeah?
You enlisted and you survived a Thresher Maw attack that wiped out the rest of your team. Do you remember that?
Yeah, of course I do. You don't forget that. Any of it. Mindwar, the Thresher Maw attack. None of it. It's still painful. Just refused to die, though. Apparently I refused to die again, too, huh?
Yeah, I remember it. Everyone screaming, gunfire, blood everywhere. I was the only one who stayed focused on survival.
I read the report. 50 Marines died on Akuz. You were the only one who lived. Satisfied, Miranda?
Almost. Let's try something more recent.
Yeah.
Vermeer, where you destroyed Saren's cloning facility. You had to leave one of your squad behind to die in the blast.
Lieutenant Caden Alenko was killed in action. It was your call. Why did you leave him behind?
I had to. Ashley was the one that had the bomb, and we needed to make sure the bomb went off by any means necessary, and unfortunately, I couldn't save both, and I had to make a call, so I chose blowing the facility sky high.
I left a friend to die that day and I didn't do it casually. But I had to save as many people as I could. Caden gave his life for the rest of the team. Without him, I couldn't have stopped Saren. He died a hero.
I understand, Commander, and I wasn't judging your decision. Everybody at Cerberus knows that cloning facility had to be destroyed.
There are other tests we really should run.
Come on, Miranda. Enough with the quizzes. The memories are there, and I can vouch for Shepard's combat skills personally.
I suppose you're right. We'll have to hope the Elusive Man accepts our little field test as evidence enough. The Elusive Man is waiting for you in the other room.
Alright, I'll go down and talk to him.
Commander Shepard.
Elusive Man. I thought we'd be meeting face to face.
Unnecessary precaution.
Uh-huh.
Not unusual for people who know what you and I know.
What you and I know? And what is it exactly that you and I know?
What exactly is it that you and I know?
That our place in the universe is more fragile than we'd like to think. That one woman, one very specific woman, might be all that stands between humanity and the greatest threat of our brief existence.
The Reapers.
Good to see your memory's still intact. How are you feeling?
How am I feeling? Fantastic, thanks. How are you doing? How's the weather wherever it is you are? Can we skip the pleasantries?
Cut to the chase. What are the Reapers doing that made you decide to bring me back?
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack.
Yeah, I know.
While you've been sleeping, entire colonies have been disappearing. Human colonies. We believe it's someone working for the Reapers, just as Saren and the Geth aided Sovereign. You've seen it yourself. You bested all of them. That's just one reason we chose you.
Tell me about these abductions. What do you know about them?
Sovereign was trying to harvest all life in the galaxy. Why would the Reapers target a few human colonies?
Hundreds of thousands of colonists have vanished. I'd say that fits the definition of harvesting.
Maybe.
Nobody's paying attention because it's random, and the attacks occur in remote locations. I don't know why they've suddenly targeted humanity. Maybe you got their attention when you killed one of them.
Maybe, but that doesn't make sense from everything that we had learned prior. It's not random. It has a set structure to it. If there's anything that I learned about the Reapers and Sovereign overall, is that they don't do things randomly. There's a structure and an order to things. So this doesn't make sense if what you're saying is true. Are you sure this is actually the Reapers and not something else? Have you asked the Alliance for help yet?
If this is a threat against humanity, you need to mobilize the Alliance.
They suffered substantial losses fighting Sovereign. They're rebuilding, still stretched too thin to waste resources verifying the Reaper threat. Blaming the abductions on mercs and pirates is easier and more convenient.
It always is. It always is. Why me, though? Why does it have to be me?
You could have trained an entire army for what you spent to bring me back.
You're unique, not just in ability or what you've experienced, but in what you represent. You stood for humanity at a key moment. You're more than a soldier. You're a symbol. And I don't know if the Reapers understand fear, but you killed one. They have to respect that.
They don't have to respect it at all. It's a target on my back. That's why you brought me back. Because I draw the most attention from them. So it would draw them out. I mean, that's a smart play if you're gonna do any of it. Hey, quick question about Cerberus first, though.
Fighting a war doesn't seem like Cerberus. Why are you involved?
We're committed to the advancement and preservation of humanity. If the Reapers are targeting us, trying to wipe us out, Cerberus will stop them. If we wait for politicians or the Alliance to act, no more human colonies will be left.
You say that you're out to protect humanity. I saw what you did 2 years ago. I saw what your facilities were like. How is that even remotely protecting humanity? Or what, did you get a new motto change over the last 2 years? Let's say that I believe you.
If what you say is true, if the Reapers are behind this, I'd consider helping you.
I'd be disappointed if you accepted any of this without seeing for yourself. I have a shuttle ready to take you to Freedom's Progress, the latest colony to be abducted. Miranda and Jacob will brief you.
And I'm what, just supposed to trust them?
Miranda killed Wilson in cold blood. Jacob's just a gun for hire. You expect me to trust them?
Wilson was one of my best agents, but he was a traitor. Miranda did exactly what I expected of her, and she saved your life in more ways than one. Jacob's a soldier, one of the best. He's never fully trusted me, but he's always been honest about it. You'll be just fine with them. For now.
And what are you expecting out of this little field trip to Freedom's Progress?
What do you think I'll find there?
If I knew that, I wouldn't need to send you. Find any clues you can. Who's abducting the colonies? Do they have any connection to the Reapers? I brought you back. It's up to you to do the rest.
Alright, field trip to Freedom's Progress then. I'm gonna give him one shot to prove to me that this is actually the Reapers or even remotely tied into the Reapers, and if it's not, I'm done. I'm gonna figure the rest of this out by myself, because I'm not gonna let the Reapers come back. I sure as heck am not gonna be working for Cerberus unless I absolutely have to. Hey Miranda, can I talk to you?
The Elusive Man is very impressed with you. I'm eager to see if you can live up to his expectations on this mission.
Okay, all of that aside, I literally just wanted to stop by and just say thank you for, bringing me back from the dead. I appreciate it.
I never got a chance to say how much I appreciated what the Lazarus Project did for me.
I just hope it was worth it. A lot of people lost their lives on that station.
I know. Do we have a problem, though? Like, you and I, is it going to be this tense working together the entire time, or is the proverbial stick gonna come out of your ass at any point?
For someone who spent 2 years putting me back together, you don't seem real fond of me.
I have the utmost respect for your abilities, Shepard. It's your motivations that concern me.
My motivations?
I believe in what Cerberus stands for. Only time will tell if you prove to be an asset or a liability to our cause.
Anyways, thanks for chatting. I'm gonna go quickly check in with Jacob and then see if somebody has armor that's a little bit more comfortable before we head to Freedom's Progress. Because honestly, I don't like it.
It's obvious you're not interested in talking.
We've got an assignment. We can talk about it or we can do it.
Or we could do both. We could talk about the assignment and do it, because some people can multitask. Jacob, before we go, I want to talk.
I'm glad the Elusive Man convinced you to join us, Commander.
Okay, whoa. Before you even keep going down that train, just know I didn't join Cerberus at all. I'm not that kind of person. I'm not joining Cerberus. However, these colonists do deserve to have whatever's happened investigated, and I'm willing to help out in that regard.
I just agreed to work with him. I still don't trust him.
Do you trust me, Commander?
No. Not at all, actually. Because you said that you were Alliance and now you work for Cerberus, and I saw what Cerberus did, so I'm inclined to not trust you, but hey, who knows? Things might change.
You're part of Cerberus. I'll be keeping an eye on you, too.
Fair enough. I can't expect you to trust me just because I ask you. I'll just have to earn that trust.
Yeah, good luck with that. Trust me when I say it takes a lot to earn it. Tell me about you and the Alliance.
You said you served in the Alliance.
5 years in total. Stationed all over the galaxy. Even spent a couple of years as a Corsair.
Corsair?
I've never heard of the Corsairs.
It was an Alliance initiative. They hired independent starship captains and used them for missions that fell outside official Alliance jurisdiction. Technically, we weren't part of the Alliance. If we ever got caught, they could disavow any knowledge of us. We were supposed to be free from restrictions and rules, but there was still enough red tape to sink a cruiser. I finally just gave up.
And decided to what, work for Cerberus? So why did you? Was it because of that whole red tape Corsair stuff that you decided to join Cerberus, or was there a better reason?
Why did you join Cerberus?
I guess I just got tired of never making a difference. So much of what we did in the Alliance seemed pointless. I thought things would change after the attack on the Citadel. Humanity was finally invited to join the Council, but nothing changed. Politics, bureaucracy, same bullshit, different leaders. Cerberus is different. When colonies go missing, we don't commission a team to write a report to figure out what the hell to do about it. We just go and find out.
All right, thanks for talking, Jacob. I appreciate the insight.
That's all for now.
Yes, ma'am.
We should be there shortly, Shepard. The Elusive Man put us under your command. Do you have any orders?
Before we get into that, what do you know about the other colonies?
What did you find at the other colonies?
Nothing. No signs of attack, no corpses, not even a trace of unusual genetic material to give us a clue.
What?
They just disappear, and we've got no target to go after.
Interesting. How does an entire colony just disappear? That doesn't actually make any sense, but listen, somebody could still be alive, and I want to make sure that we search for survivors. That is my top priority while we're searching.
Our first priority is to look for survivors.
That's unlikely, Commander. No one was left at the other colonies. They were completely deserted.
Be nice to find somebody. Anything's better than another ghost town.
So this is Freedom's Progress, huh? Sure is empty. Sure aren't a lot of people around. I wonder if they've all disappeared like you said the previous colonies had happened to them. Or maybe they're all holed up in the back of the colony away from, well, a landing zone? And they were just attacked or something like that, maybe?
Looks like everyone just got up and left right in the middle of dinner.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Who does that? How do you... Normally, if there's a rush to get up during the middle of dinner or an attack or something like that, normally things are scattered and everything. This literally looks like they just got up and walked away. It's so weird. Doesn't really make sense. Then again, a lot of things haven't made sense since I woke up. Or came back from the dead. Actually, technically that shouldn't have been possible either, so here we are.
Strange. No bodies.
I know.
No structural damage.
Yep.
And no signs of battle.
None. And yet here we are. Just looks like somebody set up a colony and never filled it, you know? Which is weird. I got mechs.
That sounds like Fenris mechs.
Why are they
Strange.
shooting?
Security systems were disabled at the other colonies. Enemies! Shoot them before they take out your shield.
Well, you shoot them back first, Miranda. Careful, Jacob.
Allied force casualty.
I'll get the dog. Jacob.
That one
Hostile
hit!
forces have engaged.
Those mechs shouldn't have been hostile. They should have recognized us as human.
It's
Someone
weird.
reprogrammed them to attack on sight. We're not alone here.
So, are they attacking us on sight because somebody's afraid of Cerberus? Perhaps? Because, I mean, I got N7 gear on, which, by the way, I'm really grateful that you had some on hand so I could change into, because, wow, this feels way better than wearing the Cerberus logo, but the two of you are just screaming Cerberus, so maybe it's that. Maybe there are survivors holed up in the back, and maybe whatever happens, they're gonna blame on y'all. We'll see what happens, I guess.
They see you, Shepard!
Well, I'm kinda not hard to miss.
Come on over!
Did you just tell the mech to come over and visit you? That's weird.
Requesting assistance.
That's actually weird. Thank you. Once again, just got up in the middle of whatever it was that they were doing. Which is once again really weird.
Stop right there!
Praza, you said you'd let me handle this. Wait. Shepard?
I'm
Tally?
not taking any chances with Cerberus operatives.
Put those weapons down! Shepard? Is that... You're alive?
Apparently, Tally, what are you... How... Okay, first of all, this is fantastic news, because I can't even begin to tell you how happy I am to see you. Secondly, I can absolutely prove, that it's me.
Remember when I gave you that Geth data tally? Did it help you complete your pilgrimage?
Yes, it did. Praza, weapons down. This is definitely Commander Shepard.
Why is your old commander working for Cerberus?
I'm not.
I don't know. Maybe we should ask.
Thank you, Tally. Still the voice of reason after all these years. Listen, I'm not working for Cerberus. There's a whole bunch of stuff layered in with me and Cerberus right now, and honestly, we're gonna need to have a couple of strong drinks and a really long talk to kind of go through all of it, but they told me about this colony, and I agreed to come and look at it, and, well, Cerberus had to come with me, apparently, so I'm not working for them. I need to know what happened here.
Cerberus rebuilt me, but I'm not taking their orders. We can discuss the specifics once I know why you're here.
One of our people was here on pilgrimage. His name was Vitor. We came to find him.
Why would he come here on pilgrimage? Like, there are so many other places that he could go. So many, I don't want to say more interesting, but this is a tiny, remote human colony.
Isn't that a little strange? A Quarian visiting a remote human colony?
Quarians can choose where they go on pilgrimage.
Right.
Vitor liked the idea of helping a small settlement. He was always nervous in crowds.
That makes sense.
She means that he was unstable. Combine that with damage to his suit CO2 scrubbers and an infection from an open-air exposure, and he's likely delirious.
When he saw us landing, he hid in a warehouse on the far side of town.
Okay.
We suspect he also programmed the mechs to attack anything that moved.
Joy. That's why the mechs were attacking us and didn't recognize us. All right, well, that's good to know. Do we know if there are any other survivors in the back of the, like, in that warehouse in the back of town with him, or is it just Vitor? Either way, though, we should team up and do this together. We'll get through it, hopefully, quicker.
Vitor's the only one who can tell us what happened here. We should work together to find him.
Good idea. You'll need 2 teams to get past the drones anyway.
Okay.
Now we're working with Cerberus?
I'm not Cerberus.
No, Praza, you're working for me. If you can't follow orders, go wait on the ship. Head for the warehouse through the center of the colony.
Okay.
We'll circle around the far side and draw off some of the drones to clear you a path.
Works for me. That sounds good. Hey, Sally, I get why you and I don't like Cerberus, because we've both seen stuff, but why does the rest of your crew not like Cerberus? What did I miss?
Your people really don't like Cerberus. What did I miss?
They killed our people,
What?
infiltrated our flotilla, and tried to blow up one of our ships.
That's not how I'd have explained it exactly. It was nothing personal.
We can argue over who killed who later. Right now, we've got a job to do.
Right.
Agreed. We work together to get to Vitor.
Absolutely, Tally.
Make sure to keep in radio contact.
Will do. Good luck, Shepard. Whatever happens, it's good to have you back.
It's good to be back.